Happy Friday. I hope you are doing fine and I hope you are enjoying this beautiful and a breezy week that we've been having. I had to actually turn on the heat in the car a few times this week, uh, in the mornings. So it's definitely a sign that summer is definitely coming to an end. But it really does feel like a breath of fresh air and just really a welcome change from the overall summer heat. And it just feels like the perfect time to be able to reset, recharge, and refocus. So I hope you are excited for this new season that we have coming up. But the topic to follow your heart is a topic that had popped into my mind this week. And it's a topic that I feel is so important in all areas of our lives. Following your heart, in my eyes, means honoring what you know is inside you. It's the courage to walk paths that might not make sense to others, but it just feels perfect to you. It's listening to that voice that's deep within that really keeps you going when you're feeling pressured or when the world just feels like it's just holding or pushing you back. The heart knows more than logic ever will. It's very wise. When you follow your heart, you're not ignoring reality, but you're aligning with your true purpose, where you're choosing genuineness over expectations, meaning over approval, and passion over pressure. Yes, the journey and the road may be uncertain or confusing or uncomfortable, but in the end, what matters most isn't how clear the journey was, but how you live through it authentically. What are some ways to follow your heart? Look to Jesus. Jesus didn't just follow his calling. Everything that he did aligned with his heart and God's will. His entire life confirmed faith, love, courage, compassion, and purpose. He never followed comfort, applause, recognition, fame, or safety. He followed a mission and he followed truth through obedience and grace. And he completely followed from beginning to end his heart in order to fulfill his complete and overall purpose and mission. Be patient. When you follow your heart in patience, you say no to the things that seem convenient and wait for the things that actually align to you. Your heart may show you a dream, a purpose, a person, a path before you even live it. And patience is that one thing that really helps you to hold that vision without rushing or giving into it. And this is what helps you create a life that's not rushed or forced, but pure, deep, meaningful, and pure. Be honest with yourself. An example, when it comes to love romantically, it's important to tap deep into your heart. Your heart knows when something is real. So it's really important to be able to trust and explore that feeling. Following your heart in love means believing that real love is worth the wait. Don't just pursue someone because you look great together or it just looks great on paper. Choose someone that really and truly aligns with your soul, knowing in your heart that there's a genuine and deep connection there. Love that lasts grows from emotional and spiritual connection, patience, built growth, and respect. Unlock your success. What comes to mind when you think of success? If you ever feel pressured or, you know, feel that you need to achieve a certain area or a certain place of success, it's probably because you're not fully following your heart. You have to remember that what the world thinks of success isn't always success. Our society considers people, those with lots of money, lots of fame and recognition and titles to be successful. There's nothing wrong, with achieving things. But there are people who've achieved these areas in life and feel completely unfulfilled. I remember one of my coworkers, she ended up taking an early retirement, and she started with the company before I was even born, and this was the only company that she's ever known or worked for, after college. It was her first and only job after college. And we kept in contact, after she ended up taking this early retirement. And I would always follow up with her, and she would always say, how she's enjoying the overall retirement life. And somehow she always felt like she lost her identity. She always felt great about herself at work. But now that she wasn't working, she just didn't feel that way anymore. And I remember thinking, when you follow your heart and when you are connected with God, you'll discover that you are really and truly much more than what you do. So it's important to understand that you never not want to know who you are apart from what you do. Because your identity is deeper than just your actions, your roles, or your achievements. If you can only define yourself just based on what you do, whether it's your work, your title, your hobbies, anything that's external, you can completely lose sight of who you truly are, and you're not fully aligned with what's in your heart. Follow your heart. When you follow your heart, you're not looking for any type of validation or approval, just meaning. Because your heart moves in ways that logic never could. Your heart is the one place that knows your deepest dreams, your passions that keep you up at night, and the vision of life that you truly want. You may doubt yourself. Others may even doubt you. But when you follow your heart, you can never fail. Following your heart in any area of life can be one of the most transformative choices that you could ever make. But it takes clarity, courage, and connection within yourself. Your heart isn't foolish. It's wise, brave, and true. And it knows the way, even when your mind is filled with doubts, or when the world just tries to take you in a completely different direction. To follow your heart means to know that there's something there, and it's okay to pursue it. And it starts in clarity and stillness, not in rushing or under pressure. And so I encourage you to follow your heart. Pay attention to your heart. If something in your heart feels right, explore it. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it. You may or may not discover why you didn't feel good about it. But either way, you can be at peace knowing that you used your wisdom rather than your mind or your emotions or circumstances. The ability to follow your heart is a precious gift from God. And it can lead you or it can protect you if you choose to listen. Because the heart is the truth. And when you truly follow your heart, you'll never lose your path. You walk into the one that's really and truly yours. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed, breezy weekend and week ahead.